Hello folks, how's it going? Carl Blue Screezilla here, and I hope you're all well, and welcome to a huge daily trophy golden battle reward opening box ceremony, day 52. Oh god, why am I doing this? I need help. I need serious mental help. Anyway, yes, I am opening. Oh, let's just move this webcam up a little bit. There we go. Get my beautiful face in shot, of course. Yes, I'm opening over one of these because I thought, well, I'm going to do it, and I might as well just, see how we go with this. Long-time subscribers will know I've done a few of these just because I have no life and am extremely, extremely boring. And yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, let's get this party started. Let's open this huge battle reward. Now, if you don't know what these are basically your daily login boxes for War Thunder, and they can give you things like boosters and all this kind of crap. The golden ones, though, they can give you up to 100 golden eagles, which can buy you bugger all. They can give you up to 1,000,000 lions, which is actually a good thing. They can give you a free vehicle, which is kind of cool. And I think they actually added a couple of new vehicles in there, because we've got a couple of boats in there now. The PR1204, the 165 165 foot PC 466, and the Kami. So there are a couple of new vehicles in there at long last, as well as a B1 Ter. Oh my god, they actually added new vehicles. China 2, I think, is also there, and the M4 Hybrid. So, yes, they have finally added some new vehicles in at long last, because there was a long, long time where it was basically the vehicles from the beginning of War Thunder. You had vehicles there such as the LA5 FN for Germany, the Calliope, the 15cm Panzerwaffe 42. Vehicles that nobody ever uses, and have been premium vehicles since like day one. Anyway, you can get universal backups. You can get whatever they're called, thingos. But anyway, let's get this open. And also, we get 4 Battle Pass progress points for it. Yay! I've not done anything into Battle Points progress Battle Pass, because I can't be asked. Anyway, around and round it goes, where it stops only the snail knows. What will it be? It will be backups. Oh, how boring. So, we landed between 2 blueprints, which are vehicles. So we could have got a tank or a plane, but instead we got 10 backups. Yay. Yay. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it, really? So, yeah, absolutely terrible, as always, which is always the thing. But as I said, you can actually get some new vehicles. So, the M4 Hybrid, which is, I think, Italy, isn't it? Italian. Is it Italian? Yes, Italian. So you can now get the M4 Hybrid, the Carrier Medio, which is, a Sherman M4. And also, as we saw, you can get some boats and stuff, which is, great. Not sure which boats, actually, because there was I'm trying to remember what there actually was now. Some average boats, though, like just nothing too interesting. A Russian boat and something else. So, like, at least they've added something. That's nice of them. They did actually add things. There we go, the Kami. Kami. The sub chaser. So you could get this wonderful ship for free. This wonderful sub chaser, which are some of the best boats in War Thunder. Battle rating of 1.7, which isn't too bad. Sub chasers are great in War Thunder. Let's just show you just how good it actually is to take out coastal fleet vehicles. Let's take out my Rivers class. So we'll take out we'll take out the coastal fleet vehicles of 3.3. Do, 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 do. As usual, I could cut this stuff, but, you know, I'm lazy and I can't be arsed. Flowers class. Flowers class is what we want. We want a Flowers class in there. Flowers class, of course, a famous, and also the Isle class, actually, the Isle class. Yeah, we'll put that Isle class there. Because famous boats, of course, extremely important ships, actually, for the convoys. Of course, former whaling ships, the Isle and Flowers class Corvettes, very good sub-hunters, not great guns, not great weaponry. You've got the 4-inch gun on the front, a couple of Olikins, and a couple of Lewis guns on there as well, which really do bugger all for you. But you could win yourself a sub-chaser. And to give you an idea of just how fun it is to play in a sub-chaser, we will take one out now and show you just how good gameplay is in such a vehicle. So I'm just trying to decide what plane to take out. Ooh, well, let's take out the Bellfighter. There we go. That's Bellfighter. There we go. All right. So let's go for a realistic match. Let's go for realistic naval at 3.3 in the coastal fleet, and let's just see how fun this is. Because if you've never played naval before, especially if you've never played coastal fleet before, in Corvettes, then you don't know what you're missing. You really don't know what you're missing, because this is something special. This is something that everybody should experience, because it is just some of the best, most invigorating gameplay that you will ever have. It really, really, really does help you want to play this game and make you enjoy naval combat. Okay, so we finally got a match. I know, it's amazing, isn't it, really? We actually got a match in Naval Realistic. We didn't have to wait too long for it. It was, you know, I've only aged a couple of years, so that's fine. Okay, so let us begin. Let us begin with this. Why? But I don't understand this. What's going on here? What's the warning coming up for? Other than the fact I can only take a certain amount of them. Okay, we'll just ignore that. Okay, probably want to take semi-arm piercing, so we'll switch to that. We'll switch to SAP, because semi-arm piercing is really useful. We'll take about 80 of those. We'll take those, and of course we won't take out any depth charges. Let's get this underway. So away we go. So this is a Corvette for you. As you can see, it's basically a small destroyer, especially the Rivers class. You know, it was designed more as a warship. It wasn't a conversion of a current boat. But it does mean you do start out way over here. In the destroyer area, and despite the fact that I chose that spawn point because I thought I'd start out over there, it started to be over here instead of here. So that does mean there's a lot of sailing that needs to happen now before we can actually get close. Um, so, yeah, let's get sailing to point B. Let's get this underway. So as you can see with the first class, it's a fairly big ship as well. It's, you know, it's got a okay top speed of 23 miles per hour, which is not bad for a ship. You know, it's a relatively nippy sort of small boat. But the thing is, these didn't have to be super fast because they were just, well, they were just escorting convoys, really. That was their job. And of course going on the odd submarine hunt. But they would do that while they were escorting their convoys, of course. Usually things like Liberty ships and, of course, the fuel boats. Tankers, that's the word I'm looking for. Now, as you see, we do have two fairly decent guns on us. We've got two of the 102mm guns, which, you know, they're not bad guns. They're relatively big, and we've got the 40mm guns as well as our secondaries. So we have some 40mm anti-aircraft guns, and as you can see, we have two of them at the sort of midship point for aircraft disposal. Then we also have a couple of smaller guns, and I think those are actually, I can't actually see what they are. Does it say on there what we've got? Yes, we've got the 20mm Oricons. So we've got two Oricons, Aurelian, I can never say it, Oricons. So we have two of those as well, which are, you know, quite useful for anti-air cover. As well as that, we have a smoke screen, of course, and you can see the lovely open bridge there as well. And this was a feature of the ships of the time, open bridges. It was a pretty rough thing to have to live with when you were actually a sailor. My granddad was a sailor back in the war. He was aboard cruisers and a slightly small destroyer, the which was, I think it was the S class, I think it was, towards the end of the war. And there is a video on that as well. On my granddad, I did a video of his little naval exploits. But basically, he worked out on the bridge, and he was on the Arctic convoys. And it wasn't the best place to be. Now, when you're actually on an open bridge in an Arctic convoy, it's quite cold. Now, you did actually have like a hot water system on top of the bridge as well, so you could make some hot cocoa. If you were up in the crow's nest here, you were kind of screwed, because you didn't really have anything just other than warm clothes. So, you know, there was wasn't the best place to be, really. He was on HMS Berwick, one of the county class cruisers, and a ship that was had a bit of a duel with the Hipper back in the Mediterranean. It came off a little bit worse and went for refit. When it was being refit, it was sitting next to the Hood, and my granddad met and knew many of the people on board the Hood, unfortunately. And obviously, the Berwick didn't go out for the run on the Bismarck, but the Hood did. And we know how that story ends. If you don't spoiler, the Hood kind of went boom. And unfortunately, many sailors lost their lives. And, you know, obviously that was quite a devastating thing for my granddad to have to suffer through, and, you know, it sort of made it a little bit harder for him to talk about things. But he did talk about things in the end with me, which was nice, and obviously being a military historian lover that I am, it was nice to actually talk to him about things and get a good point of view on it. But the things I found most interesting were the stories of just basically being out on the open bridges of the day, because it was just so bloody cold. Now you can see there are actually two brass pipes, those brownish sort of pipes there, and those are your talking pipes. They would go down to the engine room, and you'd be able to talk to the crew in certain areas. You'd shout down a pipe, and of course the reverberation would go down to the engine room so that they could hear what you were talking about, just in case the electricity got knocked out. So you had some options there. Okay, we've got a patrol boat. Okay, let's see what we can do to this patrol boat. Bit of distance away. You know, obviously we're probably going to struggle to hit it. But we'll try. We'll slowly get there. As you can see, we're still steaming along. You know, this patrol boat, if it gets within, you know, a couple of miles of us, it will get into trouble. You know, effectively that patrol boat is, you know, it's just a bit bigger than our sort of lifeboats. There he is. He's just hidden around that corner there. Let's get a shot off just to make him know that we know where he is. So turn a little bit. We might lose a bit of speed here, and that'll take a bit of time just to get back to full speed again. But that's okay. We can live with that. We will get to A eventually. One day we will get there. We'll just blind fire over the defences a little bit and see if we can actually, you know, cause that guy a bit of a headache. We're slowly moving along. So yeah, this is the kind of gameplay you can expect if you did actually win that sub chaser in the login box. As you can tell, it's riveting gameplay, edge of your seat stuff, nail biting, and really intense stuff. It really does make you. It's just so fast paced. That's the thing. It's just such fast paced action. That's the thing about this kind of gameplay. It is edge of your seat gameplay. As you can see, we're almost at A. We're only 2 kilometers out, so we're getting there. We will get there. If we get there before the end of the match, it would be nice. But it doesn't look like we're going to make that because tickets are going to bleed out before we get there, which will be a little bit annoying. Because, you know, we've spent all game trying to get to this point, and we can't make it there before the tickets bleed out because we're too slow. But, you know, as I said, you've got a chance of winning one of these fantastic vessels for this amazing game mode. This absolute brilliant game mode that is revolutionary and some of the best intense action that you'll ever have in a video game. You really, 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 really are in for something special with this. There's a ship over there. Let's just see if we can actually, if we can get some shots off on this guy, because it's quite a large ship. Well, that's it. It's the end of the match. So as you can see, sub chasers slash Corvettes, really, really fun boats to play. We made 188 lines out of that one. Which is really good. So, yeah, as you can tell, you know, 44 RP, really, really good game. You know, just your average game in a sort of sub chaser slash Corvette style ship, and yeah, that's it. That's it. So, yeah, if you really love naval action and really, really want something that's gonna really hammer home the fast-paced, super tense naval war action, then this is the style of gameplay that you want. And of course you can win one of those in the golden login boxes. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like and comment if you have, and I'll see you all next time. So have a great day, thanks for watching, and for now, this is me, Carl Screezilla, wishing you all a good day. Bye-bye.